everybody, Average Picker here. So yeah. Okay, Average Picker here. Trying to give a clear view here and get our locks and everything in view. Knock some stuff over. Yeah, not a whole lot of time, but I think we're going to try to get through a challenge lock. This is called Zero by Pickaholic. I feel like I have picked a lock called Zero before, but it was not this one that I remember anyway. It was in my unpicked drawer, so we'll see what we can get. A little bit off of 4. That was 3. Overlift on 1. Say we just did 3 again. Back here in the back of the lock. Exactly where, I don't know, but we're in the back of it. Oh, and we've dropped into a false, dropped into a false. Getting some appearance of counter rotation up at the front of the lock. Oh, dropped into it took us out of our false for a moment and then just flopped back in. And I don't know. Okay. We're getting movement off the front, but something doesn't feel right about it. So we're going to go in the back and we're going to check all our pins coming forward again. Crisp. Okay, we got good counter rotation going on. Oh, so something definitely set there, but at the same time I felt the pick kind of flick into the other pins in front of it. Probably pushed pretty hard on something up here at the front. And it's not feeling real good now. Try to keep picking through this, but okay, we're getting our false back. This pick, it's very hard to get it real cleanly back there. It's a little bit thick for this lock. I probably should have used a different pick. Someone's saying, so why don't you change? Well, because we've gotten some progress, so I'm going to keep using this one. I'm pretty sure we just set 2. Back into our false. There we go, we're open. Kind of had to get back in there in the back again after taking care of the front, which brought us out of our false. So let's see what we've got. Get our C-clip off of here. I think the lady just showed up. You know what? Let's just lock it up. We do have the a key for it. our key in our bidding. You know, one of those things that fell was a follower. There we go. Should we shim it? Probably. Oh, we definitely should have shimmed it. Hey, I've got a video filming.
What?
I've got a video filming. You're okay. I've also got a gutting mistake going on. Oh, I just blundered the gutting. Oh, I've got a mess. I should have shimmed it. Oh, I've got a real mess. Pin and pins everywhere. Okay, that's in 3. Oh, this is such a disaster. Oh my gosh. Oh, I should have shimmed it. Why didn't I shim it? So we've got a lot of uncertainty here as to what the first couple pins were. we're gonna flip the camera around, but in between, I'm gonna go online. I'm gonna try to look and see if I can find anyone else that's picked this so we can get these pins in their correct order. Got some nice work though. So yeah, so what I've got 5 out okay, I've got 4 out okay. I've got the inner pin for 3 out. A spool, 2 pin and pin sheets, and another inner pin. So one of these goes on 3, one goes on 2, and on the second one, and the spool goes in one of there. So we'll flip the camera around and take a look at what we got. Okay, thanks to Trekmaster 30's video, we got the pins back together how they should be. So this is about where my gutting accident took place, was kind of like right in here. We actually got the sheath from this pin into the gutting accident, but not the actual internal pin itself. That was still sitting lodged under our follower. If you're wondering what happened, I should have known. It was this little bump. Most of the time, if the pin is standard, or not necessarily even standard, but if it's standard diameter, it can get over that pretty easily. But if you've got any kind of reduced diameter, which we have in these pin and pins, those little tips, they fall in there and they can't make it up that hump. So we can see we've got threading in chambers 1 and 3, and we've got some undercutting. I don't know if I'd really call it undercutting so much as just enlarged chambering in 2. And it looks like we may have had something done to 4. Oh, did I? Oh, and threading in 5. Yeah, so 1, 3, and 5 has threading in it. Really awesome pins, as we would expect, of course. Nice little spool there too. He almost looks like he could separate into 2 separate pins himself, but he doesn't. And let's see what we got in 5. Nice little double serration in 5. Another spooled element with a tiny tipped serration up at the top of him there in 3. Couple of serrations there in 2, and similar to 1. Very nice work. A little sharp tippy up there too. And then of course we've got this pin in pin, of course. We've got this pin in 1. Nice long big spool in 2. And when I was saying 3 in the video, you know, it could have been this spool. That very likely could have been what was giving me all that counter rotation that was so crisp feeling. Little pin in pin there in 3. Little double serration in 4. And 5. Some nice little spool work with like a little serrated bit there at the beginning of him. If I flew through these, it's because I am about to take the dog out for a run. But thank you, Pickaholic, for pinning up a 0, and I can't remember who sent it to me, but thank you for having sent it to me. You see, we only got 4 of the springs out. One of the springs is still in there in chamber 4. It's quite lodged in there, didn't want to come out. So yeah, there we go. Appreciate the lock and everything. I'm going to give a quick shout out too to the American Computer Museum, I think it's called. Atlanta now has a computer museum though, and it's quite cool. So if you're in the Atlanta area, it's up in Roswell. You should go check it out. It's not complete yet, but they've got the first floor. They've got some NASA computers, some Apple I stuff. They've got like all the Cray supercomputers, which is really cool to see. They look like kind of circular seas of like some kind of futuristic 70s furniture. They're very cool. You know, you're looking at machines that cost millions of dollars. So yeah, little shout out there, something to go check out. And thanks again for the lock, and I'll see you all later.